In a cramped living room, dust motes swirl in a beam of light, highlighting the sparse furnishings and a sense of weary stillness. The father stands rigid, his face a landscape of hardship etched by time and struggle. Across from him, the son's slumped shoulders speak of youthful burdens and unspoken tensions. Evening descends, casting long shadows that deepen the atmosphere of quiet desperation and familial strain. Sunlight struggles through a grimy window, illuminating dust motes in the meager living room. The sparsely furnished room hints at a life of quiet desperation. Father stands silhouetted against the weak light, his face etched with disappointment. Another day, and what have you to show for it? Still chasing shadows? Father says, his voice strained. The silence hangs heavy, filled with unspoken accusations and fading hopes. In a somber setting, a young man stands before his father, head bowed in humility or shame. His posture speaks volumes, avoiding eye contact. A silent plea hangs in the air. A slight shuffle of his feet betrays his inner turmoil, a dance of nervousness and regret. The unspoken tension between father and son fills the space, heavy with expectation and disappointment. He struggles to find the words, his voice barely a whisper. "I'm trying, Baba. The interviews." His words trail off, incomplete, leaving the weight of his efforts hanging in the balance. Dust motes swirl in the dimly lit living room, painting shadows on forgotten memories. The father stands, back to his son, shoulders slumped under the weight of exhaustion and unbearable grief. His voice cracks, raw with emotion, as he confronts the silence. Trying is not enough. Your mother, she sacrificed everything," he says, the words hanging heavy in the still air. In stark solitude, a single tear traces a path down the son's weathered cheek, a silent testament to unspoken grief. His lips barely move, a soft whisper escaping into the empty air. "I know, Baba." "I haven't forgotten," he continues, the words echoing with a promise kept in the face of unbearable loss. The tear glistens, reflecting a lifetime of memories and a bond that transcends even death's cold embrace. His eyes, pools of sorrow, hold firm, a vow etched deep within his soul to honor the legacy of his Baba. A door slams, its echo dying into a tense silence that fills the dimly lit living room. Father stands silhouetted, a figure of exhaustion framed by the faint light from the hallway. He turns, his shoulders slumping under the weight of unseen burdens. His voice, heavy with disappointment, pierces the quiet, "Then act like it." "This house, this is all we have," he continues, desperation coloring his words. His gaze intensifies, pinning down an unseen figure. "And you are our only hope." In the stark light, a son looks up, his eyes a storm of shame and resentment. His gaze is filled with a deep, unspoken conflict. The camera zeroes in, capturing the subtle tremors in his hands. Each shake tells a story of inner turmoil. His hands reveal the weight of unspoken words and hidden burdens. His eyes reflect the pain of a past that haunts him. In the dimly lit living room, shadows dance across the walls, casting a somber mood. A father's face is etched with disappointment as he sits across from his child. The silence hangs heavy, broken only by the weight of unspoken expectations. Your cousin, Rajesh, he's already sending money home. Why can't you be more like him? An intense argument erupts, filling the space with unspoken tension. The son stands defiantly, his face flushed, a storm of emotion brewing within. His voice cracks, revealing vulnerability beneath his hardened exterior. "I'm not Rajesh. I have my own path," he cries out, his words echoing with longing. A desperate plea for individuality hangs heavy in the air, unanswered. The living room is dimly lit, shadows dancing across worn furniture. Father stands agitated, worry lines deeply etched, face illuminated by the stark overhead light. He faces someone unseen, his voice laced with desperation and anger. Path? What path? The path to ruin? To more debt? He demands, his voice echoing in the room. An unseen blow lands. The sun flinches in the dim light. The room is plunged into shadows, distorted and stretching, reflecting the palpable tension. Evening descends, casting the space in long, eerie shadow. Each shadow crawls, amplifying the unseen conflict. The air thickens, charged with unspoken words. The sun's reaction hints at hidden pain, a silent scream. A young man stares into the distance, his face a canvas of yearning, reflecting dreams unseen. His eyes, deep pools of longing, mirror a world brimming with untapped possibilities. His heart yearns for a life beyond the horizon, a path diverging from the known. The weight of unspoken desires etches lines of determination on his youthful face. I want something more than this," he whispers, a silent vow echoing in the air. In the dimly lit kitchen, the worn table tells tales of countless meals as father's face reflects deep frustration. Remnants of a simple meal lie scattered, a stark reminder of the family's daily struggles. Father's voice cracks with a mix of anger and desperation. "More? What more is there? Food on the table? A roof over your head? That's more than we ever had growing up," he says, his words echoing in the silent kitchen. In the quiet living room, a son sits motionless on an old chair, his silence heavy with unspoken burdens. His eyes are fixed, lost in the intricate lines of a crack running through the aged floorboards. Each line tells a story of time, pressure, and the relentless weight of expectations. He is trapped, a statue carved from quiet despair, his spirit slowly eroding. The room is filled with the ghosts of unfulfilled dreams and the echoes of stern commands. The weight of his father's expectations bears down, crushing him beneath its invisible force. Dust motes float in the dim light of the living room, the air thick with unspoken anxieties. Father stands, his face a landscape of worry etched deep by sleepless nights. His voice cracks with desperation, a plea hanging heavy in the silence. Just find a job, any job, before it's too late," he urges, his eyes pleading for a solution. In the dimming room, the son watches him leave, tears carving paths down his face in the fading light. The last rays of evening cast long shadows, emphasizing the son's solitude and grief. Unspoken words of love and regret linger heavily in the air. A tangible presence. The room darkens, enveloping the son in a profound sense of loss and isolation. His figure is silhouetted against the window, a poignant image of despair in the encroaching night.